Okay, since you didn't do it, everybody put the arms out. Come on, even if you run it against me, wear glasses. Put your arms out. I want to give you a hug. This is not on my time. Okay, bring them in. I love you. I want to say, first of all, thank you for putting on this event. And this is something special, and it gives us an opportunity to address you and to you who we are as candidates. And I also want to let Anderson County know that you have my commitment as your congresswoman to make sure that you continue the kind of research that you're doing here. And to commend you, I'm looking and I'm seeing that you are with the neutron scattering research facilities. You're the most advanced in the entire world. And so I give you, I pledge my commitment to you to make sure that 80% of what you need to operate that comes from the Department of Energy, it will be there as your congressman. I want to start off first by just letting you know who I am, and I'm going to really just go through the qualifications real quickly. I'm not the kind of person that likes to talk about myself, so I have to sort of push myself to say some things. But I am a 32-year veteran African-American Republican. I came to the party at 7 years old because I'm still 39. I spent 25 years of my leadership in the national position. First of all, being the chair of the National Black African American Women, and my husband also was the chair of the African American Men for Change. And after his death in 1991, I continued with those organizations until 1999, when I took the two organizations and combined them together, and they became the National Republican African American Caucus, of which I'm presently chair. I also have taught at the University of Tennessee. I teach political science, American government, state and local, and international politics and culture in non-Western countries. I started a program in the school system, the dual system in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It was called Democracy in Action. That was a program that taught civics to young people, elementary, junior high, and high school. And I came out of college things such as voter apathy and voter ignorance. And one of the things that I really stress, have taught in my classes, is that you may have an opinion, but make sure that opinion is factually based. Because if you do that, the truth always stands. I'm also a research consultant. I do international and national and local research. We're just finishing up on a project with youth out of crises. For those of you who are from the Chattanooga County, Bradley County area, most people know me. I started to put my name on my side, pull-up pants professor, because I'm known as the pull-up pants professor at the University of Tennessee for the role that I've taken. And I could go on and on and on about my qualifications, but those of you who have this, you have this information. Kindly read it, please, and you can see some of the things that I have done. Now, qualifications are one thing, but it takes more than qualifications to be a good congressperson. Because you can have all the qualifications in the world, and if your motives are not right, that does not make you a good congressman. And one of the things that I truly believe in, my thing is keep America's dream alive, don't let it die. We live in one of the greatest countries in the world. One of the greatest countries in the world. This is a country that I love. I pledge my allegiance to this country. But one of the things that we have got to get back to districts that are having to make a choice between taking their medicine and eating. And so I'm going to raise money, but I'm only going to use what I absolutely have to use for the campaign. And the rest of that money is going into a benevolent fund to help our senior citizens who have given their lives. But these are people who have worked hard at times when labor was more laborious than what it is now. And these people now, we should not forget about them. And so if you want to know what I'm going to do with most of the money, I'm going to put it in a benevolent fund. But I'm going to make sure that the campaign expenses are paid for. We know that this country is in trouble. We see that we're no longer accountable one to the other, and politicians are no longer accountable. I am not a politician. Can you say it with me? She is not a politician. I am a servant of the people who happens to be well endowed with the kind of knowledge to go to Washington and do what is necessary. I don't need any training because I already have training in that area. I've taught the court. I've taught American government. And if I don't know what to do, then I don't know who does know what to do. And so I understand the process. And when I go there, I can promise you some things. I can promise you this, that before I vote on any issue, and when it goes into the hopper, I am going to let my district know this bill has been introduced, it is passed the district, and I'm going to research or have that bill researched to give you the pros, the cons, and in between. And then I'm going to put that bill posted and make sure you see what the bill is about. And I'm going to ask you for your input. We have to get back to representative government. The government does not belong to an individual that goes to Congress. And that's the problem. Stop letting these people be God. They're not God. They're not God. And they're not tyrant rulers who kiss babies and everything else on the campaign trail. And as soon as they get in office, you can't find them, you can't talk to them, and they will not listen. I will listen to what you have to say as the people who have sent me to Washington. Because that's what representative government is all about. And I also want to tell you something about me personally. I'm a praying woman. Most of you who are my Facebook friends know that I'm in the 22nd day of a 40-day fast and prayer. Because I believe that what this country needs is the help of God, not religion. Because religion will get you in trouble. But when you know God from a personal relationship, and you're asking God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding how to solve America's problems. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from God will give us what we need to solve America's problems. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to go there and not do anything. I'm going to do it. But I'm also going to drop on my knees. My regular prayer time is from 3 until 5. Every night, every morning, from 3 to 5. And now that we started praying from 5 to 7, my prayer time now is from 3 to 7. So if I happen to drop before I get back to the table, just know that it's out of a sleep deprivation. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I want you to know that I love you. I'm a people's person. And so you're not going to ever find a time when you got to go through 20 people to get to me. I don't travel with a whole lot of people who you got to go over here and say, can I speak with the congresswoman? You just come over and say, hey, girl, come here. But Lady McGay needs to talk to you. And I will be on the phone manning my own telephone call at least 4 times out of a month. Now, I'm not going to be able to speak to each person for 2 minutes. But 2 minutes is a long time to either chew me out or tell me I'm doing a good job or to make some suggestions. Because I think that's important. You have to stay connected to the people. Because the things that occur in the 11th district circle. Nobody can give me anything. I was awarded Girls Inc. unbossed, simply because I don't deal with people who want to give me something to do something. When you give me your vote, that's enough for me to do the right thing. And so as your congresswoman, take a look. Everybody look this way, because you're looking at your next congresswoman. And whatever I can do to make the 3rd district, and 11 counties within the 3rd district, the greatest place to live, I will do that. Thank you so much. Have a good night.